Good morning. So I wanted to do a quick update in terms of how my recovery is going. And so I am 7 weeks post-op today. I think that's right. I have to go back and do the math again, but anyway, I think it's 7 weeks. And so this is what the incision, gotta stand on my tippy toes. The incision now looks like. So here along the inner edge is very, very thin. It's a nice, I guess, scar, so to speak. You can see it, how thin it is. But then on the outer line of it, going under my armpit, it's wider. And I think that's because, like, from raising your arm and things like that, because that's the tissue, as you can see, as I raise my arm, that's the tissue that stretches when my arm goes up. I don't really know a way to eliminate this from happening. I'm hoping that it doesn't stretch any wider. Ultimately, I don't know how to avoid this because I have to raise my arm. That's been encouraged in terms of keeping range of motion, doing arm exercises and things like that. But like I said, I believe that that's what has caused the stretching of the scar. I don't think that ultimately it'll be a big problem because I'll be doing reconstruction. I'm not staying flat. And so I don't think that what I'm trying to say is the incision won't be here. It will be tissue and more skin, hopefully on the reconstruction side, to where when I raise my arm, it doesn't necessarily stretch. But yeah, that's that. So it has healed really well. In terms of how it feels, it's still tenderness all around the border of where breast tissue once was. So if I do like this all the way around, it's still extremely tender, more tender in certain areas, i.e. this area is more tender than up here. And then where can't zoom in, but where the drains were, that's that scar. That's what that looks like. And where the end of the drain was, this area is still really tender. So that's that. Other than that, everything else is going well. As you can see, got a lot of hair coming in. It's thickening. I am about 11 weeks post chemo at this point. Post infusion chemo, because I am doing the chemo pill. So that started back last week. And so that, according to them, will not affect my hair in terms of hair loss, but I have read and heard that it could change I guess the luster of your hair, making it appear more dry and things like that. So I've been moisturizing it every day to try to protect the little bit that has come back. But yeah, this is the hair growth, 11 weeks post chemo. Nails still really, really, really dark. I just recently took some polish off. Look at that thumb. Looks like I dropped a weight on my finger. I was a very active person back in the day. So with lifting and bothering weights and stuff, I've had weights drop on my toe and things like that. And so that's typically how it would look when a weight would drop on my toenail. My toenail would turn black and sometimes come off, but I'm hoping that doesn't happen with the fingernails. They haven't said that that would happen. My dermatologist said that it's probably going to take a while for it to grow out, but I should start to see some changes, which I have, just kind of along this, nail bed area. You can see where it's trying, but the kicker is the chemo pill is ultimately supposed to do the same thing. So not really looking for a major change right now, because I still have 5 more cycles of Xeloda to take. So at some point, nail colors will come back. Toenails will take longer. She said your toenails grow a whole lot slower than everything else, so that will take longer. But again, nothing polish can't cover up. For the longest, I wasn't even wearing polish because I really didn't care. I only polished it right before surgery just because I felt like I wanted to go into surgery looking, dolled up. So doesn't really matter. Doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't hurt or anything. So it's just looking like I have black polish on all the time. Outside of that, not surgery related, but my knees and my feet and sometimes even the long bones of my legs ache really bad. Now that the weather has changed, it's getting colder here. And so feel like a little, old lady in terms of when the weather changes, you feel your joints and stuff ache more. So I am noticing that a whole lot more. My feet were already hurting, as I've said before, in terms of side effects from chemotherapy. But they are still hurting, and now my knees are hurting as well. So that's that. All right, that's a quick little update for me. Thank you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will check in later. Thank you.